How you feel about the comments that Clark Kent made about Tupac, where he said that Biggie he got killed over Tupac lying?
Yeah, he's a weirdo, that dude. I seen that, man. That guy. One thing they have to realize that not one time when Pac was alive, he said Biggie set him up. You understand? Like, not one time did Pac say that. You understand? So, Pac said he felt like they knew what happened. You know what I mean? He said he felt like they knew what was happening. And he says, Biggie said he's the king of New York, then give me answers. And Pac even said it in the interview. He said, look, when the Wu-Tang dude got their snake chat in Las Vegas, Pac went to the Suge and them homies, got the chain back, and even told the Wu-Tang dude, if you want to fight him head up, fight him head up. So Pac was explaining, if you the king of New York, that's just give me answers. You know what I mean? Because you got to understand, if you, and I kind of, now when I look back at it, I know where Pac was coming from. And, if you get shot and then, these people in the studio, next thing you know, you're in jail and then the song come out who shot you, of course your paranoia going to play. And you're going to start thinking these people had something to do with it. But Pac never said that Biggie set him up. And you can't blame the death of Biggie on Pac, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, LA at that particular time was a dangerous spot, a dangerous place for, I think Biggie, like everybody said, he probably came to LA, too early. But Pac was already dead, so how can you blame Pac on the death of Biggie? And Clark Kent and them, they just weird, bro. All these radio people that's like, coming up with these type of things, they was all silent back in the day. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden they got their own opinion. But at the end of the day, it's their opinion. It's only an opinion. You know what I mean?
Right, right. Why do you think these New York dudes still hold a grudge against Tupac?
I think it's because Pac didn't bow down to them. You know what I mean? He came out and he was able to, express himself and he said what he had to say. They think you know what I mean? They hip hop started in New York. And for the first time, like somebody really was striking back and being vocal about, New York, besides like Ice Cube and the West Side Connection, but Pac took it on a whole nother level. And it was actually, it changed hip hop. What happened to Pac and that day was actually, it changed hip hop. You know what I mean? Because some of the biggest names of New York rappers was in the studio at that time. And they love Biggie. We have to keep it real. People love Biggie. New Yorkers love Biggie. And losing Biggie was similar to the West Coast when they lost Pac. You know, not only that, losing Pac and Biggie at that particular time, that was a loss for everybody. Now that we mature and we look back at it, that was a loss. Biggie death was a loss for all of us. The same with Pac, meaning that we was all from the same communities, pretty much. You know what I mean? So, but they all together, they cliquish. They was all together. So of course he gonna say some stuff like that. But they was, Pac never ever said, and nobody can pull up an interview where he said Biggie set him up.